What's up everyone, I'm CallumOnToast, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you some spicy triple Dragon Tail battles in the Great League Remix. The idea behind this team is that Dragon Tail is a super strong hitting move and isn't resisted by many typings. Actually it's only Steel and Fairy that resist the Dragon typing. So in the lead I'm running Steelix with Dragon Tail, Crunch and Earthquake. The idea is that with a triple Dragon Tail team we're going to be super weak to fairies, but with Steelix in the lead we can at least resist those charms and also hit for heavy damage with the Earthquake. We have Dragalge as the safe swap, and it's got access to Aqua Tail, and as well because of its sub poison typing it's going to be neutral to fairy type moves, and then it's got the Gunk Shot to nuke those fairies. And then as a closer I've got Shadow Dragonite with Dragon Tail, Dragon Claw and Draco Meteor. This Draco Meteor hits like an absolute truck, and you are going to see a few booms in this video. Unfortunately this team didn't work out that well in the first set, and that's because I didn't account for one thing, which was the double weakness to ground types with Steelix in the lead and Dragalge as the safe swap, so it didn't really work well as a safe swap. So in the end I decided to switch it up for something else. I still needed something that resisted fighting type damage but wasn't going to be destroyed by ground types. So I actually decided to go for Mew. If you didn't know, Mew actually has a lot of different fast moves. People don't really tend to think about that because Shadow Claw is basically what everyone runs, but Mew does have so many other great fast moves and Dragon Tail is one of them. With the charge TMs situation, I didn't really want to spend too long trying to get the right moves, and to be honest I don't know what the right moves are. I had Wild Charge on it already, so I stuck with that, and then once I got Psychic I decided that I'll just go with that and see how it goes, and it ended up doing pretty well for me, and you're going to see that later on in the battles. But for the first set we're going to be running Dragalge. If you've been enjoying my PvP content, then make sure you leave a like, leave a comment letting me know your favourite thing about my PvP content, and also if you're new then make sure you hit that subscribe button, it will really help me out. And with that being said, let's get into the battles now. Alright, so entering the first battle we lead into a Seismitoad, so this is not a good lead. This thing could have Earth Power, and they threw too early for it to be an Earth Power, so I don't know why I shield here. It was definitely just a Muddy Water. We switch into the Dragonite here and we bait out a Stunfisk. Now Discharge is going to do quite a lot of damage to the Dragonite, but they're running Mud Shot so we don't have to worry about being farmed down. We're thinking we're probably going to get a shield here with the Dragon Claw, and that's good, they shield it. We go for a second Dragon Claw and they shield that too, so that's okay, we've burnt both their shields. We let this Discharge go through. I think we're going to come back in with the Steelix, and we're going to let a Mud Bomb go through. It's not going to do too much damage, and an Earth Power will definitely do more damage. Let's come back in with the Seismitoad, and I don't know why I shield again, it's just a Muddy Water, like what are you doing? We go for the Earthquake, that does KO. Now we're going to farm up a little bit and then switch into the Dragalge to catch the Mud Bomb. We want to preserve the Steelix just in case it's useful for whatever's in the back. It ends up being an Ariados, so Steelix is going to be pretty good at the end of this battle here. All they can do is throw resisted charge moves. They go for the lunge because it's going to lower our attack, and now they likely go for cross poison here because it does have the chance to boost their attack. Unfortunately for them it does not boost their attack, and we can get to the crunch here and this will KO the Ariados. And we're able to take that game. So really poor from my side there. I should have been counting fast moves, but sometimes when you come up against a Pokemon you don't usually see, you end up misplaying, and that's definitely what happened there, but we were still able to come back from it. Poliwrath here, and we're just hoping that they go for a Scald or a Dynamic Punch and that they don't have Ice Punch here. We are going to shield this just in case it is an Ice Punch, but it is another Scald. Now they've lowered our attack, that is not great. This Aqua Tail is going to do almost nothing, but we do get a shield, so that's nice. And then here, we just know that they don't have Ice Punch, so we're going to let this go through. We go for another Aqua Tail. They let it go through and it doesn't even KO, so we can Dragon Tail them down. Now they come in with 9 tails, they got 2 fire spins in there. We go for the Dragon Claw straight away, and that ended up being a CMP. This could be an overheat, so we are going to shield it. It's just a weather ball, and then this is too quick to be an overheat now. This is definitely just a weather ball, so that's good. We can farm them down. They come in with a Magcargo, and we are going to get to the Draco Meteor. And that's going to boom the Magcargo. So that's why I'm running Draco Meteor. If we had Hurricane there, that would have done like, well, just not enough damage. Probably still would have done quite a lot, but not enough. Another Poliwrath, this time it's Shadow. Again, we're going to switch out to try and catch the Dynamic Punch or the Scald. They do throw Scald, so that's good. They come into a Poison Jab Muck, and this time we were counting, so that's definitely just an Acid Spray, so we can let it go through. Now, that was a delayed CMP tie, I think, there, so that actually works out in our favour. We get to the Aqua Tail before they get to another charge move, and this gets a shield. And also they throw here, so that's really good. We're going to let the Acid Spray go through. We come in with Dragonite, 1 Dragon Tail, and it's gone. They come in with a Victini, so you don't see that too often. They let the Dragon Claw go through, and now we can switch into the Steelix. They catch the crunch on the Poliwrath, so really good play by my opponent. But we're looking really good here now. We're just going to no shield this, save both shields for the Dragonite, and we should be good. They actually have Ice Punch, so that is good for us because it allows us to get to a crunch. And now they've got no shields. We're going to come in with the Dragonite, but they still go for Ice Punch again, and we end up simultaneously KOing. And now this is going to be a GG's. Well played to my opponent there, but they should have definitely just gone for the Scald. But I guess with 2 shields, you know, you have to shield at some point. So there we lead into a Toxicroak, so that is not great. We switch into the Dragalge and we bait out an Ice type, but unfortunately we have to throw the Aqua Tail here, but they do shield it, so that is pretty good for us. I guess Dugong is just in the habit of shielding the first charge move regardless of what it is. They lower our attack, and I think they might have undercharged that because the Icy Wind didn't do too much. We have to come back in with Steelix. There's no way we're coming in with Dragonite. We get the extra Dragon Tail through there, so that's quite good. They go for the Water Pulse. Water Pulse is a rubbish move, so it doesn't KO. But likewise, this Crunch is not going to KO, and it allows us to get 1 more Dragon Tail. We switch into Dragonite here. We're going to shield this regardless, even if it's a Mud Bomb. It is a Mud Bomb, unfortunately, but we can't take the risk there. We're going to shield this, and then we're going to go for the Dragon Claw. This won't KO, but it'll do quite a lot of damage to Snorlax, and we'll be able to farm it down. We get the last shield. And now 1 more Dragon Tail, and that's going to take out the Snorlax. And then we get to the Dragon Claw, and this is going to be GG's. We take out the Toxicroak there. And then into the final battle of this first set, we lead into a Whiscash. So we just had some shocking leads with this team so far. All 5 Pokemon have some sort of ground type fast move or charge move. Here we catch the Mud Bomb, so that's really good, but they have a Fairy type with Charm, so we're going to lose this game pretty much. There's not much we can do here. We're obviously going to go for the Earthquake with Steelix. It does not KO, and we can't really shield this, so we're going to let it go down and then come back in with Dragalge, farm down with Dragon Tail. That was a painful farm down because we're now at half health. They come back in with Whiscash. We do have 2 shields, so we're hoping that whatever's in the back is just like extremely weak to Dragalge. We're going to throw the Aqua Tail here. They no shield, and then they switch into Wigglytuff. So we're just going to quit. Yeah, so you see, when we do face Charm, the team was very difficult to beat, but that's also because of the Whiscash in the lead. So now I've mixed it up, I've gone with Mew as the safe swap. We had a good lead there into a Rock Throw Omastar, Shadow Omastar. They switch into a Marowak, we get the shield with Crunch. This could be a Shadow Bone, so we're going to shield it. And I thought this was too soon to be another Shadow Bone, but it turns out I wasn't counting. We survived with 1 HP and we're going to throw this Dragon Claw. We get the final shield, so that's really good. Now we're going to come in with Mew. We're going to go for the Wild Charge here, and then we're going to switch into Steelix to soak up whatever they want to throw at us. If it's Fire Punch, then that's fine. It ends up being a Shadow Ball, so that does quite a lot of damage, but that's okay, and we're going to be able to farm down here. They come in with the Marowak. We're happy to let this go down. We know that we've got Wild Charge on the Mew, and the Omastar is going to be one-shot by it. So they come in with the Omastar, we get to the Wild Charge, and that's the end of that Omastar. So GG's to my opponent there. Good game. I forgot to mention that in this second set I forgot to record the first battle, unfortunately. We lead into a Whiscash, but you know, now at least we have a safe swap that we can actually swap into with Mew. They did have enough for the Blizzard there, and we shield it, and it's just a Mud Bomb, so that's unfortunate. We're going to go for the Psychic. That almost takes out the Whiscash. This is just a Mud Bomb, so we're going to let it go through. And we actually nearly farm them down, but we don't quite. They come in with Pelipper, we have a Wild Charge. They do shield it. We're going to switch into the Dragonite there, so we didn't get farmed down, we actually switched just before. They go for the Hurricane, we shield it, now we can farm down this Pelipper. They come in with a Noctowl. We're going to go for the Dragon Claw here. We're going to go for a second Dragon Claw. This does get the last shield, and we're just going to let them throw a charge move here. Whatever they throw is going to take us out. We're going to come back in with Steelix. They tried to catch a charge move there, but I had no intentions of throwing because the Noctowl was at such low HP, and we're able to take that game. Into the next game, we lead into a Surfetch, so not a great lead, but we're going to switch into Mew straight away. They're quite slow to switch out, and we're just going to farm up quite a bit. That was too quick to be a Shadow Ball, so we're going to no shield it, and then we're going to go to the double Wild Charge here. Throw the first one. It gets a shield, and we're going to throw the second one. And boom, see you later. Noctowl. We actually got a shield and regained switch advantage there, so really good. We are going to shield this because Night Slash is going to do quite a lot of damage, and they actually get the boost, so Night Slash is going to do even more damage now. And they get a shield from us. We switch and we catch the Discharge on Steelix, so that was a really good catch for us. And now they're going to need 2 Mud Bombs plus a few more Mud Shots to KO us, so we're going to go up to as close to the Earthquake as we can, but we're not sure if we can get to the Earthquake there, so we're just going to throw the Crunch. We get the final shield, and we're going to go for the Draco Meteor. This was really overkill, I think. And they actually still had the Surfetch there, so it was good that I guess their switch timer hadn't quite come up yet. Otherwise that would have been quite embarrassing if we threw the Draco Meteor and they switched. We lead into a Stunfisk. This time they've got Thundershock. They come in with a Dugong. And this will probably get a shield here, and it does. We are going to shield this up. We want to get both of their shields. And we threw there on CMP, so hopefully they also threw the Icy Wind. We get the shield, and it was a CMP tie, so that's really good. We're going to come in with the Steelix. This might be a water pulse, but it doesn't matter, it's a rubbish move. They actually go for the icy wind. They throw the mud bomb, we're just going to let this go through as well. Steelix is a tank. We throw the earthquake, it lands, and we switch and we catch the mud bomb, this time on the Dragonite. So we've just been catching charge moves from Stunfisk all day. They come in with the Dugong, so we're going to go for the Dragon Claw straight away. We don't want to take too much damage from those ice shards. And now they have a Pidgeot in the back, so we're going to go for the Dragon Claw here. This will do quite a lot of damage. And then we get one more Dragon Tail through. We come in with the Steelix. We're going to shield this. It's obviously going to be a feather dance, but we can just Dragon Tail them down and take that game. So GG's to my opponents there. And that was a 5-0 set there. I figured since I missed one of the battles in the second set, I'd include this bonus battle. We lead into a Shadow Hypno. This is a really good lead for Steelix. This is just going to be an elemental punch, and it's an ice punch, so that's fine. They switch into Drapion, hoping to catch the crunch, but we don't throw straight away, so we go for the earthquake, we get a shield, and now we're pretty happy with the position we're in. We're not going to shield this, and we're also not going to commit any shields with Steelix. We want them to throw into the Steelix and expend all of their energy. Now we're going to come in with the Shadow Dragonite, and we will shield once, but commit to the Dragon Tail farm down. That way we'll have a lot of energy to throw into whatever comes in next. My opponent brings in a Lickitung, so I thought it's unlikely that they're going to shield this, so we'll go straight for the Draco Meteor. And boom, they survive with 1 HP, we both switch, and they come into the Hypno. This was just another Ice Punch. Oh, actually it's a Thunder Punch. They don't have Shadow Ball, so we let that go through, and my opponent quits. So super high risk, high reward gameplay there with the Draco Meteor. So that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it and you haven't already, leave a like and leave a comment, let me know. And again, if you're not subscribed yet, then you definitely should consider subscribing. I'm going to be putting out a lot of GBL content this season. Oh, that's the plan anyway. And yeah, if you want to use this team, then by all means go for it. But obviously it is a theme team, it's not the most conventional team. If you do see lots of Charmers, then you probably will struggle. But if, like me, you're not seeing too many Charm teams, then this team might actually put in some work for you. You might also find that Empoleon is a bit problematic for this team, but if you switch into Mew, it's likely that they'll switch out instead of waiting to see if you're running Shadow Claw, because pretty much everyone is running Shadow Claw, and those of you that aren't are probably running Volt Switch, so that's going to be even worse for Empoleon. So yeah, they're probably going to switch out straight away. But the Mew definitely work a lot better as a safe swap than the Dragalge, because I was seeing so many ground types, or at least Pokemon that had access to ground type moves. So with that being said, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.